The Battle of Berlin, a pivotal moment in World War II, saw the convergence of military might and human sacrifice on an unprecedented scale. Amidst the chaos and devastation, a haunting aspect of this conflict emerges: the involvement of child soldiers. The inclusion of children in the conflict reflects the desperation and ruthlessness of war, as well as the tragic consequences for those thrust into its vortex. The Battle of Berlin, which raged from April 16th to May 2nd, 1945, marked the final major offensive in Europe during World War II. As Soviet forces advanced towards the heart of Nazi Germany, the streets of Berlin became a battleground where survival was uncertain and death omnipresent. In the midst of this carnage, children found themselves drawn into the fray, their innocence shattered by the brutal realities of war. One of the most striking aspects of child soldiering in the Battle of Berlin was the sheer scale of involvement. Desperate circumstances led both the German and Soviet forces to enlist children in their ranks. For the Germans, who faced imminent defeat and sought to defend their capital at all costs, conscription extended to teenagers and even younger children. Many were members of the Hitler Youth, indoctrinated with Nazi ideology and thrust into combat roles far beyond their years. Similarly, Soviet forces, driven by the imperative to swiftly capture Berlin, also utilized child soldiers. With manpower stretched thin and the need for fresh recruits pressing, adolescents and children as young as 12 were pressed into service. These young combatants were tasked with roles ranging from reconnaissance to frontline combat, their youth and vulnerability exploited by military commanders. The plight of child soldiers in the Battle of Berlin was marked by profound suffering and sacrifice. Stripped of their innocence and robbed of their childhood, these young combatants faced unimaginable horrors on the battlefield. Many experienced the trauma of witnessing death and destruction firsthand, while others paid the ultimate price, their lives cut short in the brutal crucible of war. The aftermath of the Battle of Berlin left an indelible mark on those who survived, including the child soldiers who bore witness to its atrocities. For many, the scars of war endured long after the guns fell silent, haunting their memories and shaping their futures. The physical and psychological toll exacted upon these young lives serves as a sobering reminder of the human cost of conflict and the imperative to prevent the exploitation of children in times of war. The utilization of child soldiers in the Battle of Berlin reflects the moral bankruptcy and desperation that often accompany wartime circumstances. In the face of imminent defeat and existential threat, both the German and Soviet forces resorted to extreme measures, including the enlistment of children, to bolster their ranks and prolong the conflict. The indoctrination of youth into ideologies of hatred and violence further compounded the tragedy, as impressionable minds were manipulated and exploited for the sinister agendas of military leaders. Moreover, the presence of child soldiers in the Battle of Berlin underscores the broader systemic failures and injustices that perpetuate cycles of violence and conflict. The recruitment of children into armed conflict highlights the inadequacies of international mechanisms designed to protect the rights and welfare of minors during times of war. In conclusion, the involvement of child soldiers in the Battle of Berlin stands as a testament to the darkest depths of human conflict. Amidst the rubble and ruins of war-torn Berlin, the voices of children echo across the annals of history. Their stories a poignant reminder of the enduring legacy of war. As we reflect on the horrors of the past, we must strive to ensure that the innocence of childhood is safeguarded, and that the horrors witnessed by child soldiers in the Battle of Berlin are never repeated. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more content, like this, subscribe,